Hi everyone! Today I want to share a video showing you some things that are coming up in the January to June mini catalogs. It's all about spring and there's some bright and cheery things coming our way, and I thought I would share them today. My pre-order just came. Demonstrators who attended an event, a virtual event this year, but an event, were able to pre-order from a selection of products from these catalogs. And I can't show you through the catalog. I can only show you the products. I can show you the cover, which is lovely, and this is one of the sets that I got, and it's really pretty. And this little sneak peek of some gold foil. I wanted to show you what I was able to get, just to kind of give you a taste of what's coming up for spring and get that in your minds. Of course, we have the wonderful holiday catalog still to come, and I haven't even gotten into Christmas yet. I just finished the last of my fall cards, and I'm starting on Christmas this week. I have not been able to stamp in over a week and a half, maybe almost 2 weeks, because my children had surgery on their eyes, my littlest two, to correct an eye issue they were born with, and that was traumatic to say the least, but they are on the mend, and so now I am in my craft room after a long break. I've been in and out of here, but mostly just cleaning. So super happy to share. I was so happy to get this today. It's kind of putting me in the mood to get in my room, even though I'm not going to be using these products just yet. I'm going to be using my Christmas, but I wanted to share them with you because I was excited to get them. And so I'm just going to share a little bit of my Stampy excitement with you. So the things I'm showing you are from the January to June mini catalog, as well as the Sale-a-Bration catalog, which also is, this only goes from January to February. It's only 2 months this year, so it's shorter. Lots of good stuff in here. And like I said, I wasn't able to get all of it. So this is just a taste of what's coming our way. I hope you enjoy some of it, and I will go ahead and start kind of going through the products. If you have any questions about these products, or if you think, you know, I wish I could get all that stuff, let me know and talk to me about what it takes to be a demonstrator and get that discount. But otherwise, just take a look and enjoy the fun new Stampy crafty products coming our way, because we all love crafts, and that's why you're on this channel. So I thought I would share a little happiness today by just kind of giving you a taste of what's coming. So here we go. Okay, first up, I want to show you what they're calling, Stampin' Up! Is calling a mega suite. Some of this you saw already, because the Dragonfly Garden was something we were able to order a few weeks ago in preparation for the onstage event that Stampin' Up! Held for demonstrators all over, and it was really a fun event. And we got to see the new catalog and what's coming, and just so many great things on the horizon. And it was really a fun event to just be with other people too. And anyway, so there's 2 sets that come in this dandy garden suite. This is called a mega suite. There is a die and a punch, and I can't find my punch. Okay, here's the punch. It's a little dragonfly punch. I have an entire video on this because I already had it, and so I even make a card with it, so check that out. Maybe I'll link it at the bottom of this video. Anyway, it's really fun. I love dragonflies. And this image here, this little spring flower, field of flower kind of look here, is really pretty. So that's really fun. I really like it. And then part of this suite is a pack of paper. And as you can see, I've used most of my paper already. It's really fun patterns and prints, and I've used a lot of it. I did a swap, and I'll quickly show you my swap card. This was my swap card, and it's a little belly band card. And here's the little dragonflies that were punched with the little tiny punch, and then the big dragonfly is from the big punch, and it's actually a piece of paper, and I don't think I have any of that left. Tiny bit. So it's from these, but there's also the stamped image, so if you run out of paper, you can just stamp a dragonfly. So the papers are really fun. There's a lot of, it's called dandelion, and there's a lot of little dandelions. Maybe you think of those as a weed, but they're actually awfully cute. And I can't show you catalog images, but the catalog samples for this are really fun. And the dandelions look great with, there's, you know, bees and all kinds of fun things. And then, even though this is, there are no dandelions in here, maybe that one is a dandelion. This set here is all about dandelions, and it's actually quite fun. I'm sure you remember blowing on the dandelion tufts and making a wish. So there's like wishing all the best, and that's really nice. And your kindness, your acts of kindness are like a breath of fresh air. So it's just a really pretty little stamp set, and I love this little bee, and there's some bees that match him as well. So the papers really coordinate with both stamp sets, and you can pick your favorite or get them both. They're really fun. I imagine some techniques with the dandelion tufts with maybe some resist with the white showing through, and really pretty. And the really nice thing about the dandelion set is the dies. Once again, I think that Stampin' Up! Really goes above and beyond with the dies. So you're gonna like these, I'm sure. So of course you've got dies that cut out the images. Here's that big kind of grouping, and here's that single one, and here's the little bumblebee. But then the additional things, like I really like this one, this little sprig here, and that one's great. And you know, you've got the leaves. Some of us at the event commented that these almost look like Dr. Seuss trees. You know, if you put those in a fun granny apple green or something, and in a white background, and make it snow, these look like, you know, the trees down in Whoville or something. And I like to look at things for something different. And then here you've got these fun circles, look kind of like gears, and you can use them for gears, but also they're really nice to layer, so you can really get some puff out of your dandelion. You can make a real puffy, multi-layered dandelion. And then here you've got this weird thing, you probably can't tell what that is, but it's actually just little holes. And so wherever you put your bee, you can follow him up with these little holes to kind of suggest motion. So it's a really fun die set. I really think it's great. And so here's that one. Those go together, and the whole collection. And then part of that collection, there are also these really pretty cards and envelopes, and these are standard size. They're not smaller notebook size. So look at that envelope with the dandelions on the front, and then the let me open it up. Even the inside of this envelope is pretty. Look, this is also one of the papers from the paper pack. You can see it here. So you've got this really fun envelope image, and then also, I kind of feel it's bigger. It is, look at that. It's actually slightly bigger than some of our American A2 size cards, and that's because, you know, Stampin' Up! Is also in the European market, and their standard greeting card size is slightly bigger. So it's still one stamp for us here in the US, so that way they made something that will work in both markets, and I think that's really great. So you can do a little more work on your card, something different and big. And then here is the base. So it's white on the inside, and you can embellish this in any way you feel, and it's just a really pretty background, and then add some layers or make it simple. Sometimes it's just fun to have a nice pretty background and add a little punch sentiment on top, and a little tiny bit of ribbon, and call it done. So sometimes if you're in a hurry, this is awesome, and it looks pretty in its little envelope. So this is a really cute envelope set. Really like that. There's also a Memories and More card pack, so you can use that for layers, and I didn't get that. I tend to not use them as much because in my classes I need multiple packs for the embellishments. But if you're stamping at home and only making a few you don't need to have 10 of the exact same card or more. The Memories and More packs are awesome, and I wish I could show you them, and I should have gotten some, but I didn't think of it. With COVID, I'm thinking of how I'm not usually spending time with classes. Okay, these little ladybug trinkets are adorable. Someone at the event said that you can even use your permanent markers, like the Stampin' Blends, which are permanent markers, and add a little red to the ladybug shell, and you can get a little red patina on there if you wanted to add a little pop of color for ladybugs. I think they look really cute in there, kind of like a brass. Wah! Okay, that is what happens. Do I edit that out or leave it in? I think I leave it in, because that's just the way things are going. Okay, so that is the ladybug trinkets. I will find the rest of those later. There's also some really pretty braided linen trim, and you know, we have this in the winter catalog in red. So this is Mossy Meadow, and then we also have it in natural linen color. So that's like a nice addition to our ribbon collection. Okay, and there's one more thing in this mega suite, if you can believe it, and it's really pretty. And I should have opened it ahead of time, sorry. Okay, so these are laser cut papers. Look how cute they are. So you've got this really pretty laser cut paper. Now these squares would be perfect as background layering pieces, or you can cut them up. Let's say maybe you don't want to use it. You can cut it up into little pieces and use the individual dragonflies, or you can use the individual sprigs. I think I like them as a layering piece all in one big piece. You got some sprigs here along the side, and then look at this one. So you've got some dragonflies kind of in flight here with their wings up. Now I've always been told that when they have their wings like this, they go up like that, that those are damselflies. That's what someone said to me a long time ago, so that's kind of what I've always believed, so maybe that's true. And then these are dragonflies. Dragonflies don't put their wings at their back, apparently. That's what I've been told. Tell me if I'm wrong. So you've got some more layering pieces. Anyway, really pretty. And they've kept these white this time, so both sides are white. And the intention there is that you can color them with your markers if you want, add a little sponging, and get some color on there if you desire. But it's nice that they're white, so you can kind of do anything you want with them. Okay, that's the Dandy Garden Suite. Now the next suite I want to show you. Okay, this is good for Father's Day, but something that they showed us at the event, and I wish that everybody could attend. The displays were amazing, and the different things you can do with these stamps. You know, so we're looking at them at face value, but they're also really cute. You could do a punch art, you know, with circles and make a Minnie Mouse head and use a little bow for a Minnie Mouse. You can, the bows can really be on anything. Package. Make it just a package with a bow on it. But then they made the suit. Now the dies are meant to make like a men's suit or a woman's suit. And but if you switch them around a little bit, they make a really great doctor lab coats, or nurses and doctors, and nice way to appreciate someone who's giving care. And so they have really fun samples. So what I'm planning on doing in the upcoming months before the catalog goes live, now it doesn't go live till January, so we'll see what I can get you by January, is make some of those samples up again that I saw so that I can share them. And you've got even shirt collars for underneath, and buttons are all on one die. They kind of explained the theory behind that is if you had these all separate, then you know you'd have to kind of keep cranking, and they're so tiny, whereas by putting it cuts out individual buttons, but you do it all in one pass, and it gives texture to the buttons too, not just circles. They have little texture in there, so they're embossed and cut at the same time. And this is for suspenders, or you can make a buckle. Anyway, really fun. And some of the displays they had were tuxedos and Hawaiian shirts and just all kinds of fun things. So I hope to get a chance to recreate these for you in the coming weeks and months so that you can see the versatility of this, because it's a Father's Day set, but it really has some use beyond that. Now the papers with that really got my attention, because look at that. First off the bat, really nice. I have boys in my family, so I do a lot of scrapbooking. I like scrapbooking. And so I like papers that kind of are not so masculine. Plus my daughter's favorite color is blue. So this is really not necessarily masculine or feminine. It's just kind of a basic pattern, which is awesome, because then you can do many things with it. And look at the back. Now that says Dad's tie to me, but it also could go nautical. So you can, and it's just a basic pattern, so it's going to get a lot of use. And here's just a nice textile. So it looks like a, you know, a woven suit, but really nice in the back. So it's just got these blues and grays, little pops of color. I think that's nice. Now this one looks like grid paper. And I like grid paper, and I think this could go with a crafty motif or journaling or just kind of scrapbooking pages. These are all really great for multi-use. I think there's one more. So here's, oh, two more. Oh, this one is really cute. Isn't that cute? I liked that. And then here's the back of that. And then a nice pinstripe. So imagine all that you can do with this. Totally great for masculine cards. The idea is suit and men's suit. And you know, it's funny, we all work from home lately these days. My husband has always worked from home for the past maybe 10 years. So he doesn't ever wear a suit unless it's a really big deal, wedding or something. But normally we don't have a lot of suits in our house. So, you know, I don't know that I'm going to use it necessarily as a suit, but I really love these papers, and I think I'm going to get a lot of use out of them. And I think you will too. And I like the versatility of that suit die, so I'm hoping to show that to you. And there are two baker's twines, a gray and a navy, and this, I use baker's twine on tons of stuff, so this you're going to use whether you suit it up or not. That's great. Okay, this is another suite, which means that there is paper and stamp and dies and ribbon. So I want to show you all of this. Now this is called Art Gallery, and the reason for that name is the brush stroke. So it looks like it's been painted. And I like that they give you so many sentiments with this one. And so this is two-step stamping where you can actually take one stamp and then add this one on top of it to get those different colors together on a single stamp, and that's really fun. And then you've got dies to cut everything out, of course. And I like this die because it gives you a word, like a sentiment in die form. So it says, just want to say, and then you can put with it, you just want to say sorry, or I just want to say thank you, or you are lovely, or I just want to say I'm thinking of you. And then these words fit within these dies. So you can cut out your just want to say and then pair it up with some of these other sentiments for a really pretty saying. And so I think that's really lovely. And then there's papers that go with this that kind of show you that painted look. Okay, so here is, look at that. Now this looks like it was painted almost with a palette knife. It's so thick, and it's like a lot of times the paintings are watercolor. This one looks acrylic and heavier oil and really fun. And then here they've kind of added like a gesso on top of a pattern. And these are actually hand painted. We got to see a sneak peek behind the scenes of some of these painted papers and the artisans that do it for us. And they're just really lovely. So thick, look at that nice thick kind of acrylic painting or oil painting. I do watercolor, so that is always fascinating to me. I don't think I quite could do acrylic. Here's some really pretty. And this is like that smaller flower. A little gathering here, so you can kind of get the idea of ways that you can use this. Now of course you can change it up. These are a lot of pinks, and you can change up the colors to suit you. But I like how the back, so the fronts are all busy, but the backs are all just kind of muted tones and patterns that you can put on the background. So you can kind of decide it's for anybody who might like the more brights or the more muted, and that's nice. And then these are all blue, so you've kind of got some pinks and some blues and yellow and pinks and greens. Really pretty in the backs of these. Look at that. Just a mess of paint. I love that. Now here I'm going to stop because this background here, well here, these backgrounds actually, I'll show you the backs real quick and then I'm going to tell you what I'm going to tell you. So there's that. And then the back of that one. Okay, so now let me put this in the foreground. I'm going to bring out this acetate. This is, sorry for that noise, specialty acetate papers, and some of them are patterns that kind of match those backgrounds. Let's see if you can see that. Let me find a white piece of paper. There's that better, like that. There's a backing on here too that you need to peel away when you're going to use it, so peel off your backing. So it's gold on one side, but you could actually turn it over and see the silver on the back and use it either way. And then this one's a floral, really pretty. But this third one, so you get three, this third one actually lays on top of this patterned paper. See how it matches? It matches up and it adds gold detail to the flowers. So that is really beautiful. And you think, but it's so big. That's true. So I have actually seen, I actually went to a doctor's appointment and they had paper and I recognized it as Stampin' Up paper, so that was totally fun. And I talked to the receptionist there and she's like, yeah, they all do Stampin' Up together, and that was really fun. And I'm like, oh good, I like this doctor. So she's in Oak Park, Illinois, if you want me to tell you who she is. Anyway, the paper, you can cut it up, and if you cut it in 4-inch strips, and then you can kind of cut across the bottom in 5 1/4, or whatever you need, then you'll have 6 cards. But this one up here, let's say you say, oh, there's hardly any left. So then instead of cutting it, cutting off the top, cut off a strip at the bottom, so then you've got even more floral. So you can get 6 really pretty layered card fronts from these two together, and it's really pretty. And I'll show you that. That might be confusing to understand, but really pretty. And you get one of these, so you can cut this one and use the whole sheet, but it's also pretty cut up into little pieces too, so you don't have to do that. You don't have to use it in big full pieces, but it's nice to have that option. And then here's the back, so if you have scraps left over, this will be a nice back accent piece. So that gold acetate paper is really pretty. I wanted to share that. Another part to that suite is this, it's linen ribbon with gold woven through. So it's soft gold, it's not like super bright because you've got that linen background and just little pops of gold kind of woven in with the linen. So that's really nice, and it's soft. It actually, you'd think it would be hard because it's metallic, but it's actually quite pliable. So that's nice. I like when ribbon is not so stiff, and this is very pliable, so you can tie a pretty bow with it. And then there's an embossing folder, and this is meant to look like, you know, a gessoed up, you know, those papers that I showed you where it looked like they had just put thick paint all over it, maybe with a palette knife, and fill it up with paint. So you've got here where you can put texture on your paper to kind of mimic that look of that thick paint. And if you apply some ink to this, you can get nice tones and textures in your paint and in your paper, and it's really fun. And I will show that, how to do that, once this goes live and I make it. There's just so much I want to show you. The onstage event was really fun, and so many great ideas with these sets that I will have to really be stepping up my video game. Okay, so that was the Fine Art Floral. Okay, another product I was really excited to be able to purchase is this 3-pack of brushes. And they look like, I mean, these are substantial brushes. They're not wimpy. They're heavy, and they're called blending brushes. And I thought that when I saw them on the photograph and the person demonstrating them on stage that they were a sponge. And they said that they weren't a sponge, but I still didn't see them in person. It's hard to see that on video because, I mean, look how full that is. It doesn't look like bristles at all. It's just such a full brush. And it really is individual bristles. I mean, it's just so full that it looks like it should be. I mean, I don't know how to see if I can put something behind the bristle. See, like, maybe that'll help. Look at individual bristles, and it's so soft. I mean, really amazing. This should be like, I don't put base foundation on my face, but this would be soft. Anyway, you get 3, and this is a substantial, this is not a little tiny piece of sponge. This is a nice substantial brush, and it's called blending brushes. And what they use it for is they put some ink, and just kind of like you would with sponging, and just moving it around, and you got these soft, and they put clouds, and they, you know, and they just added some texture to their card. You could just play with it like this. Really soft. And anyway, I was really excited to get this, and when I opened it and felt it, I was like, ah. So anyway, this is really a nice set of brushes. You get 3, and they're called blending brushes for $12. I think that's a great deal because, I mean, I'm not kidding you. These are nice and substantial brushes. You're gonna go like this. They're not gonna wimp out on you and you know, start to bow or bow. What's the right word? Bow. And you're going to go like this, and you're going to make some really beautiful clouds, or just adding some color to the edges, distressing. And they show that you can rinse them underwater like our paintbrushes. So, like, you know, now it takes just a long time to dry because they really are. I can't imagine how many bristles per centimeter or something on here that there are, because there's just a ton. So anyway, long time to dry, which is good because you get 3. So let them dry next to your vent or something. Anyway, 3 brushes, really awesome. I was super happy to get them in person. I wanted them right away, put them on my order, and here they are, and I am not disappointed. Now here, this is it's cute. I love this big word bubble, and I like that a lot. I like the happiness of this stamp set. It's called You're Amazing. You Are Amazing. I think we had one called You're Amazing. But anyway, you are amazing. And then, okay, there's a kit. Isn't that cute? So the kit comes in this fun little box. So they're sold separately, so you can get just the stamp, which is super cute, and you can use it forever. And then this part is sold separately because what if you wanted to get multiples of these? Because this would be a really nice gift for somebody. And so you buy them separately. And if I get together with my wonderful stampers again, what would happen is I would buy, I already did, buy the stamp set, and then you would buy the individual kits, and then we could make them together. And this is an awesome gift. So then that way I would share my stamps with you, and look at the cuteness here. So you've got some card bases and some, well, I'll just open it. Might as well, because I know I'm going to open it after this video, so I might as well do it before or during. I like the vibrancy of this one. There's always a kit in the catalog, and I always like them, and I like to give them, you know, it's a nice gift to give to the pastor's wife, or, you know, the secretary, or whatever, so that, you know, they can send out cards to people. And my mom likes to send out cards, or my aunts, you know. This is a great little thing. So inside you get everything you need to make, except for adhesive, you get everything you need to make 4 different cards, and 4 each of 4 different cards. So that's nice. So you get 16 cards. So here's one base. Isn't that pretty? So I just like the vibrancy. And then this is a little element that goes on one of the cards. And then here's one of the other bases. Look at the nice foiling on there. And here's another. So those are the 4 bases of your card. That's so pretty, isn't it? Isn't that happy colors? Remember, this is the spring mini catalog, so the colors are bright and happy. And then this is another base. More goes on that, so it's more colorful than that. This one goes on top. So you got some pretty tulips for spring. So then you're going to start layering. So the kit is kind of easy to put together. It's like a nice activity to do. The kits are great if you don't want to have to think and you just want to sit and enjoy yourself crafting. So take a look, even if it's not, I know you can't get this one yet, but look at what's in the kit right now. There's some beautiful kits in the annual catalog right now. And you should be sending out some more cards than usual these days because we're all social distancing. I cannot believe how many cards I send out these days. Look at these pretty foil accents that are going to layer on here. Here's some more, and here's that cute little bubble. Anyway, so you're going to make 4 each of 4 different cards, and you can change it up. You can change it up a little bit and use a stamp set that you already have, because this is the size of the sentiments, and you could look through your stash, and maybe you've already got something you could put in here, a happy birthday or something, or a thank you. You could put something inside these little sayings, and you wouldn't have to get the stamp set if you wanted to just get the kit. And same thing with all of our kits. Really take a look at them and see what size the sentiments are, and maybe you've got something that you could use already. So all you're buying is the disposable part, or not disposable, but the parts that you use up completely. And there you go. Look at these fun little stars, and here's some more vellum. So anyway, the kits are great. Kits are fun to just sit and craft with a friend. You could split the kit, get together with a friend and buy one kit, but like I said, it makes 4 each of 4 designs, and some of our other kits do. Then you have to fight over who gets the box. That's the only problem. Okay. Anyway, and look at the envelopes. They're always cute with the kits. So I think are they all the same? Let me see. They might be all the same. Oh, nope, some are yellow. There we go. So some are yellow and some are teal. Okay, anyway, that's the kit, and I thought it was super cute and fun. And they're all kind of, here's the finished pictures. So you get instructions always. So the only thing on this kit, some kits are called all-inclusive, and they would include the stamps and a block and adhesive. This one's different because they think you might want to buy multiples of this part here to give as a gift, and then that way you don't have to get another stamp, another block, another pack of adhesive. So anyway, really cute kit. I thought it was bright and cheery, and I really liked that. This was one we got just for tending, and they showed some really pretty samples with this. This kind of has that sketchbook field journal kind of look, and there's actually a stamp in the annual catalog currently. There's a cute little duck and stuff with it that you can, sometimes it's nice to see that some of the stamp sets, the style of them, you can find another stamp set, so they kind of work together and kind of expand your sentiments and your mix and matchability. That's a word. So this is really pretty. I particularly like these little, the little helicopters that you send down. The kids play with those outside. I always enjoyed that the kids did that when we walked home from school. It's funny, so this year I'm not walking home with my kids from school, and it was my daughter's last year of elementary school when the school closed down, so I didn't get to finish out the year with her, and that's kind of a bummer because then next year she'll be at the middle school and she'll take a bus. So I won't be riding with her or walking with her. But we have some of these down. There's like big, huge, of those horse chestnuts or something that comes down from the tree. So really fun seed pods. And I like these. So this is pretty, and I think this could make some really pretty cards. Oh, this was in my order because I ordered it for somebody. That's not new. But this is, here's the dies for that. Okay. Oh, I'll show you that in a minute. Here it is, Simply Succulents. Okay, really fun. This I'm looking forward to coloring because I think that you can do some really pretty coloring with the little pink tips on these succulents, and you can put them in the little pot, and the sentiments are nice. And then the dies for this, once again, the dies are always fantastic these days, and they really make a big difference. But with the dies, you get, there's 2 sheets because one of them is huge. Look at that. So you've got this beautiful collection of succulents in the background. You can see, imagine that like cut in gold foil or vellum or something amazing. So really pretty, a little succulent plants. And then here you've got some add-on things. So yes, you're going to cut out the plants that are in the set, but then behind it you've got some aloe and some of those little drippy plants you can put coming off the side of your pot, and then really pretty stitched labels. See how pretty that one is? I like the shape of that. And these little labels for your sentiments. So you've got bigger ones, longer ones, and shorter ones. And I really like the stitching on that. So the dies, amazing. Amazing. Okay. All right, this one I'm intrigued by. I almost didn't get it because look at the amazing sentiments on here. For one thing, that's awesome. The amount of sentiments on here and the variety. You've got anniversary, congratulations, just hellos, birthdays. I mean, the variety of sentiments on here is amazing. But they're small, and I thought that they were all separate, but they're not. That is one massive stamp. So then I thought, well, that's okay because I'll cut it apart because I really didn't want to miss out on getting these sentiments. And I thought I would cut them apart, and that way I could have all these sentiments separate. But then, and this has been done before. It's not like this is the first time. It's just that I've always passed on it. But for some reason, I decided I couldn't pass on all these sentiments. Look at that. Be strong, be brave, you've got this. That's awesome. There's like a few moms who could use that right now. You've got kids kids at home, homeschooling, and you know, we're trying to get through this crazy time. I like that. Anyway, look at this die. The die is lined up. Oops, wrong one. My goodness. I have so many things on my desk right now. Okay, look at this die. The die is lined up to match with exactly where the sentiments are. So, you know, you're going to stamp this and then it cuts them all out like that. Now, you can decide to only stamp up. Like maybe you only want to ink up this one. Or maybe you can take a marker, you know, you can take your Stampin' Write markers, not your blends because those are permanent, but you can take your Stampin' Write markers and ink up, or a spot, you know, those little ink spots, and ink up just a portion, or ink up the whole thing and cut them out, and then, you know, cut them out with your die cut machine, and it'll cut out all these sentiments and keep them in a little pouch, you know, and you've got them ready to go. And you can do a few in a different colors and have them all set, and you can pop on a sentiment whenever you need it. And that's kind of a fun idea. So anyway, I thought that was really cool. And so you can do these in colors, or you can do bits and pieces as you need to, and then, you know, then just put, like, if you only did one, then you can, I have this little scrap on my desk, you can cut it out through your cut machine with just the one if you wanted to, or cut all of it at once. So you've got options. And so I'm not going to cut my stamp apart. I was tempted, but I'm going to leave them together, and I'm going to see what I think, because I like the idea that it's going to cut all these out at one time, and I can keep this together in my little stamp case here, which normally I don't do, but I mean, how could you not? Anyway, so I think that's pretty cool. And I haven't jumped on the bandwagon. There's been a few like this. The tag one from the holiday catalog is really cute, and maybe I'll go back and get that. I don't know. So we'll see. But I really thought this was kind of interesting, and I'm going to play with that. I'm looking forward to trying that out. Okay, so that's that. Okay, just a couple more that we were able to get. Here's that one I almost showed you a second ago. Floating and fluttering. So you've got this little trio of butterflies here. Now the interesting thing about that is it cuts them all out at the same time. See? Like that. Now there's two. See this stamp? Two dies. And the reason for that is because they show a sample in the catalog of the floating frames. Have you seen that? Maybe you have. It's a technique that was just all the rage a while back, and you used cling wrap to make these floating frames, which is what the floating is part. And so you're going to use this, and you're going to make these really fun floating frame, and then cut this out of the middle. It's amazing. Anyway, that's what this is. This set is really kind of for that technique, and you can kind of Google that now, or put it in the search bar on YouTube, and I bet you'll find some. And anyway, it's really fun, and it's pretty. And so I thought I would give it a go. Okay, now I think that's it that we were allowed to order from the mini catalog. but we also were allowed to earn free Sale-a-Bration items, which was fun. And Sale-a-Bration is coming up. It's in January, and I want to show you those. Now, in the past, Sale-a-Bration has been 3 months long. It's a very long thing, but they've decided to change it this year. Sale-a-Bration is different. It's only going to be 2 months, and it's only going to be products sourced in the United States. So that's kind of interesting, because in the past, our Sale-a-Bration went on for very long, and things sold out. And here's the Sale-a-Bration cap. So this time it only goes until February 28th. So it's 2 months long. Not even quite, because it doesn't start until that first Tuesday of the month. So it's a beautiful catalog. I'm not allowed to go through it with you, but I can show you what I earned already, and that's really fun. And there's even more in here. But like I said, this is all stuff from the United States, so it's kind of nice that we're not going to, because you know that Stampin' Up makes our stamps, and then these papers are local too, so it's not stuff that you're going to have to wait on. And then they're going to do a second Sale-a-Bration of the more different products. So this is kind of your more basic stamps and paper. There's no ribbon in here, there's no dies, it's stamps and paper. And then later on in the year, and I forget what months, they're going to do a second Sale-a-Bration. So it's going to, instead of being a 3 month or longer, once a year type thing, they're kind of going to break it into 2 mini celebrations throughout the year, which is fun, kind of spreads it out. And so what you can get, this is one of the stamp sets, Darling Donkeys. Super cute little fun donkeys, and it kind of goes along with some of the things we've seen recently, like you know, we had the pig set and the cute little cows, and then they had the what did we have? Currently the goats. But anyway, really cute little donkeys, and they're little sweet little mischievous things. So really fun little Darling Donkeys. This one is called Heal Your Heart, and that is a really pretty sentiment set. So this is probably going to be a popular one, because sentiments are always nice. I like this, we're in this together. Sorry for your loss. Thank you. Just really pretty. Heal Your Heart. Imagine using that, and I think that's a really pretty, I think this one will probably be a good seller. There's another word one who I thought I had, and I can't see it off the top of my head here. Nope, I did. I knew I got them all. Okay. Approaching Perfection. This is fun, because so what if you're a year older? You're fabulous. The bad news is I forgot your birthday. The good news is I forgot your age. Funny, I like these little quirky weird things, and I was actually thinking about these in addition to this kit. You know, like this could fit in here. A fun, cheery little birthday thing, and I thought these could kind of work together. Newsflash: birthdays found to be good for your heart or for your health. Studies show that people who have more birthdays live the longest. Just a silly little set, you know, kind of silly and sarcastic-y maybe. But anyway, I thought it was really fun. If things really do get better with age, then you're approaching perfection. So funny. Anyway, super cute. I like this one. This is a Sale-a-Bration one. I think it's funny. I think that this will be a good seller too. And then Corner Bouquet, more pretty. So I can imagine maybe doing some of this and maybe embossed in a corner, and then adding a sentiment across the top. Or this is kind of a pretty little set that you can use in conjunction with some of these sentiments. This together might be beautiful. So this is a nice, another little free one. And then there's 2 paper packs that we were able to get. There's more paper packs in the catalog that I am looking forward to, but this is the one I can show you today. So this is Oh So Ombre. So you've got like solid colors on one side, but then so you got polka dots or solids in various colors. See, isn't that fun? Look, I like that. That's pretty. Anyway, so here's your colors, and then the back. Look at the back side. This is the side that makes me happy. This is my daughter's colors right here. She loves this. And kind of, I got an ombre thing going on here, don't I? So I kind of go with this side today, and this is all about my daughter here. So really pretty, Oh So Ombre. This is a freebie with a $50 purchase, and then one more I can show you, and then I'm done. This is a flower and field, and okay. So here, really cute flowers, but then again, patterns on the back. So if you don't need all these flowers, you want to do just a little bit of the flower and then you're done. Pattern on the back. Here's some wildflowers. Again, kind of more of an acrylic painting this time, or gouache. here's a yellow. So really great that they give you, because the front side, that's a lot of busy. Maybe you don't need a lot. But the back side, you get a nice pattern. That's fun. The black. Oops. This one's cute. I like this one. It's Daisy. And then the back has some vines. You're going to use that. And then you've got a little, on the back, some pretty little tulips. And then here, look at that field of flowers with that black background. How fun is that? And then some stripies. So really good mix in these pattern papers, I think. And a good color combination, because, you know, they're kind of giving us the whole spectrum of colors, because this pack has all these bright backgrounds, but then the other one I showed you, the other flower one, had very pale backgrounds. So you've kind of got the mix of both good worlds. So anyway, that is all the stuff I was able to pre-order, and I hope that some of this stuff is really intriguing to you and that you are looking forward to spring as well. But don't forget, the holiday catalog has 2 more months, a month and a half to go, and there's a lot of goodness in there too, and I'm going to be showing more of that in the coming weeks, because I need to focus on Christmas. I haven't really done so because I was so focused on the fall stuff. I really love fall the most but I do need to focus on Christmas, so I'm going to start transitioning into Christmas. But then once it gets mid-December, I'm going to start using these products on my samples, and I think that you know, think about spring. It's coming. You know, but winter first. I know. Are you like me? My daughter wants to put up Christmas stuff now, and it's the 12th of November. So a lot of people are doing that. Crazy year. So anyway, tell me what you think about this spring. Ask any questions about what's coming. Think about joining, because if you have a list that's got a lot on it, if you join Stampin' Up, you can get this stuff early, but also you get a discount. But you can ask me about that too, because that can get confusing. Ask me about anything you like. I love to discuss stamps and Stampin' Up, and I'm happy to answer any questions you may have about the upcoming Sale-a-Bration and also spring mini catalog and the current catalogs, of course. Thanks for watching. Bye.